Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode. Where are we at? 1553. Today, you're going to watch me look at spreadsheets. No. I'm just kidding. But I do want to check out I did have an eBay live sale. We're going to talk a little bit about my eBay live from yesterday. It was about as pop-up gets, which is not a good thing in live selling, but I know that going in, so I'm just careful on what I list. But some interesting stuff. And I actually had more viewers than I expected with such a short range. I really need to just fucking start scheduling these and say, fuck it. Here's when I'm going live, and then hold myself to it. Obviously, with Hobby of it's 8:37. I just go on whenever the hell I feel like it. And it seems like that's kind of what I'm doing to eBay Live, which is a terrible because eBay Live's making me money. YouTube, I guess it's making me $2 an hour, but eBay, I need to do better. Still up 247% year over year. Quantity still up 20%. So numbers are still looking good. I'm going to go live tonight, 7 p.m. Central. Tonight we're going to do, I think I've got a few more slabs. I've got some packs, just some random stuff. I may swing by. I got to see where I'm at shipping wise. I do need to run to Bonsai, the card shop here, which is up in DeForest. And when I go, I got to pick up coupons for Saturday's Madison Card Show. And I also want to pick up some stuff just so I have something decent to run on eBay Live over the next couple of days. Otherwise, I won't have anything until Saturday at the Madison Card Show, which, by the way, is this Saturday, August 30th. Alliant Energy Center, 250 tables. Show hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is $5. Parking, if you choose, your decision. You don't have to park in the parking lot, but if you do, you have to pay the venue $8. You can complain to the venue about that. You can find alternative ways to park. Find a parking spot in the area that you can park at without getting towed or fined, and walk over. You can ride your bike if you're local. You can carpool. So there are many ways to get around that $8 parking, or just pay it. Suck it up, part of your card show budget. All right, so that's this Saturday. I did send out dealer emails. Instructions are pretty much the same. The only change we're making is, and I got to tell Tom this, I forgot to message. I forgot to do a couple things because, and I'm going to get into why in a moment. But there's a slight change. Instead of, so last month, if you were there last month and checking in, there's like an alley behind the venue, or the arena. So garage door, we just had the garage door. We just had like a water cart, and we were just setting the badges and the lanyards there. I mean, it is what it is. I don't care. But it was suggested to make it a little more professional looking. They're going to put a couple tables inside, so you'll still come through the same way. It's just we'll have a couple tables set up for the check-in, basically, and to get your badges. I'm using the same badges. I ended up, I think, about doubling up on the badges, so we'll use the same badges I used. I need to go make sure I have enough. It's too late to order more, but that's how we're gonna roll. I did order lanyards though, so I have plenty of those. So this Saturday, 9 to 5, 250 tables. Dealer emails were sent out. If you are a dealer and didn't get an email, reach out to madisoncardshow@gmail.com or check your spam folder. And maps are attached. I'm gonna hopefully get the map, and I do want to have a vendor list. So if you're coming, you can see. Oh, I'm looking for Real Brakes. Oh, there they are. I'm looking for Max. Oh, there he is. I'm looking for Michael Renicky. Oh, there's where his spot is. So I'd like to get that up, so at least you have a couple days to peruse that. So speaking of, I I was on Greeny's show last night, and Greeny's podcast talking about the Madison Card Show, and they were showing MadisonCardShow.com, and so after the podcast, I'm like, well, now I've got to go in because I didn't have some of the new vendors that were not there in June. I don't have their email address to send out this email that I need to send out. So I go into my back end. I go to MadisonCardShow.com. I go into my back end. It says it can't be found. I'm like, wait. So I go to MadisonCardShow.com on my browser. Can't be found. This isn't good. So I go to I check my phone, MadisonCardShow.com. Pops up perfectly. Okay, so now I'm into ChatGPT. Okay, my computer browser says this, but it works fine everywhere else. So there's probably it's clear your cookies in your cache. Okay, so I do that. That still doesn't work. I exit out of all of the windows and I reopen Google Chrome. Still nothing. I restart my computer. Type in MadisonCardShow.com, getting the same error message. Okay, so I tried this is what I did to ChatGPT. Oh, you probably have, this is probably going on. So this was so frustrating. So I was getting like a critical error. I mean, I literally worked on this for an hour. For a fucking hour, just to try to get my back end work, because I couldn't even log in, and I couldn't even get to like it says it was something within my plugins. It's probably a plugin that because it's a WordPress website, so WordPress does these like automatic updates. So like during one of these updates, it was likely one of my plugins fucked it up and is no longer valid or something. So it's fucking the whole back end up. So it's like, well, you need to go to GoDaddy, which is where that's where I bought the domain, but it's hosted by WordPress. So that was a wild goose chase on GoDaddy. And so Jack, well, you're not seeing it because GoDaddy's not hosting your site. I'm like, okay, I think it's WordPress host. It's because it's either GoDaddy or WordPress. Okay, it's hosted by WordPress. Oh, okay, so here's what you do. I'm like, well, it won't let me in, remember, because I'm getting this critical error. Oh, yes, of course. Come on, ChatGPT, you're supposed to be smarter than that. So I go back into to the overall settings, and I was able to find. So then I had to download FileZilla to like transfer everything over. And then once I was in FileZilla, I just had to rename. We found the plugin that was fucking shit up, and I think it was the map. I think I downloaded a plugin for mapping, and I think that's what fucked it up. On like the update. So anyway, and then I just had to like rename it .disabled at the end, so when it's crawling, it doesn't. And boom. I was able to get back in. I was able to go through and find everything and get those emails sent out. And of course, that took a long time because I had to create a new and constant contact in my email list. I had to create a new list for August vendors and get everything transferred over. Of course, I didn't have everybody in because I needed to go get their emails from blah, blah, blah. So I was doing this for, I think 2.5 hours is what it took me to just send out an email. 2.5 hours, because I mean there was more to it than just sending out an email. So that's why it's $5 admission to spend all this time getting everything sorted out. And people, well, you don't have to do that. We'll just show up and set up. No, that doesn't work either, because then shit gets fucked up pretty quickly when that happens. So, all right. So yeah, I did that. eBay Live. I did an eBay Live yesterday. Maybe a little better than what I expect. I think a little, probably around. I think I just went over my target, which normally would have been like fucking amazing day. And it's just like, wish I could have done better, but it's what I'm listing. It's also during the day. You can get some great deals during the day. especially in a small room, especially if they're doing 5-second sudden death, because it's not predatory at all. Maybe it's predatory against myself. First Bowman Chrome Jackson Churio sold for $1. How about that? I sold a Joe Adell PSA 9 rookie for $1. So there you go. Is that predatory? I mean, it's predatory for me, giving stuff away. But then there was stuff that sold, like probably a 91 Topps Bo Jackson sold for like $3. So it all comes out in the end. But I want to revisit the 5-second sudden death auctions, and I'm still going to do them. Prime time will always, my prime time shows will always be extended bidding. But during the day, I'm going to go through just pew, 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 pew. And it's going to be lower end stuff. I'm going to sprinkle in a first Bowman Chrome Jackson shirt, and there's color. And we ran some Joe Burrows and Jamar Chase. I ran some Drake May rookies we're selling for $1, $2. Michael Jordan's. So that's Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, I think, might have been my biggest sales at like $4. So, I mean, but when you're running 250 auctions and you get $3-4 a pop, tends to turn into a good day, even giving away some cards for $1. So I'll keep doing the 5-second sudden death, but I wanted to revisit in the manner of what I talked about last week in predatory selling. And also, by the way, asterisk, because every live selling room is different. And yesterday, that Jackson Churio that sold for $1 on 5-second sudden death, next week might go for $24, something crazy over comps. That's just live selling. So I get both sides of, I get my side where it's like I'm giving stuff away, but I also get the belief that, well, you're just taking advantage of that gambling aspect. And that certainly could change. You get more people in the room, you get more of a gambling aesthetic potentially. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, is that in shark infested waters of a predatory seller or not? So what else is going on? So yeah, I did the website stuff last night. Got a haircut, dentist appointment, haircut. I'm like, let's just do it all. Let's just get it done. So what else? I got to get groceries today. I'm trying to eat better. I'd put on my weight's like super fluctuates like super crazy. And I mean, not like super, but like a couple pounds here and there. So I was down to, I think my like lowest weight was like 194, I think is what I got down to late last year. And I was trying to get to that 190. And it probably would have taken using the treadmill to get that extra 4 pounds off, because my diet was solid. And then Thanksgiving hit, and then the holidays and Christmas hit, and then Cubs convention in January, and then spring training hits, and then it's just like, fuck it. But I didn't get too out of control. I still ate my vegetables, still ate my bran flakes. Tried to keep the sugar down. Although this summer, I started seeing, and I think honestly, I think a lot of my shitty diet over the last couple months is because of eBay Live. My sleep schedule is way the fuck off. It's been better the last few days, but now tonight I'm doing a live. I'll probably be up late, though I am watching. Okay, I'm doing 200 auctions. I know, okay, I'll be done at a decent time. I'm not going to be up until midnight, 12:30 running a live. Now, does that mean I'll never do that again? No, I'll probably do it multiple times. But I just need to be cognizant of that. And I think that's led to poor dietary decisions on my part. Getting sugar because I'm tired. I'm lacking sleep. Well, I need to get these shipped out. I need to do another live. I need to be on my game. Give me some sugar. And I think that's what's fucked me up in terms of my shitty health. Not shitty health, but shitty diet. So the last few days have been much better. Kicking the sugar and just the sweets and the snacks. Cut out the alcohol. Although it's not like that I drink much, but I kind of kicked the Michelob Ultra. It's like, I'll drink Spotted Cow. It's like, well, I know where that goes. So so the other day, over the weekend, it was like I was at like 203, which is like, okay, I'm getting close to gaining back double digits. And I've fluctuated my weight not really my entire adult life. And basically since college, I was always super skinny in grade school, junior high, high school, and then college hit, and then it was like, fuck it. Um, so and what happens is I'm really good when I'm on. Like when I'm committed, I'm committed, and then it's like, well, I'll eat this donut. I had a donut, I might as well have 2 donuts, and then like later on, it's like, well, I had a donut today. I might as well have this, and I might as well have this 6-pack of Spotted Cow. And then all of a sudden, it's like, I'll eat Casey's pizza, and then it's just like, and it's like that 8 pounds turns into 12 pounds, and that 12 turns into 25. And I don't want to get on that snowball effect. So when I hit the 8-pound mark, it's like, okay, I need to stop. The buck stops here. I'm not going to hit double digits. Going the other direction. So stepped on the scale today, and it was down to like 200. And I was like, how did I lose 3 pounds in 4 days? Like I just I weigh myself the same time, same like no, I'm a naked scale guy. Don't picture that. Hope you're not eating your Wheaties this morning. So everything is the same. I weigh myself the exact same at the exact same time. And that's just the way, tomorrow I could step on the scale and it's 202, and it's like, God damn it, going the wrong direction again. So there you go. I think it's a combination of 2 things why I kind of slipped this summer. I think it didn't start with eBay Live. It actually started with my doc, just like my healthy changes took place in 2024 after my doctor's appointment. I was so pissed that my blood pressure was still high at my doctor's appointment this year after making all of those like super huge changes. My blood pressure's still high. Now, it was lower than the previous year, but it was still high. And that pissed me off. And it's like, well, fuck it. If my blood pressure is the same when I'm eating absolute shit as it is when I'm eating a strict diet of fucking vegetables and fruit every day, then fuck it. I'm just going to eat what I want. And that's not a very good attitude. So, but I had that attitude for a couple months, for about 3 months. So now it's like, okay. I do feel when I'm eating right, I do feel better. Like I could feel like I'm consuming more sugar. And it's like, I can feel that, have a few more beers, and they're Spotted Cows, and, all the carbs, not, a low carb beer. It's like, I can feel that. So I need to get back on the wagon, on my diet. So there you go. So last I'm trying to cut out bread. I'm trying to cut out like carbs and sugars, and I really want to eat just like protein and fruits and vegetables. But when I don't go to the grocery store and it's like, well, here's my choices. Well, I'll eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So there we are. All right. So that's my life. What's going on? Good morning. Let's say hello to the chat. Boston Smoke is here. Good morning. Dan's in the house. What's going on? Cooter, good morning. How much do I have to pay for parking to attend this live? I'm going to start charging. Oh, I should start charging for that. I'm only making $2 an hour from YouTube. I should start charging a subscription fee. There you go. Thanks for the idea, Cooter. I'm just kidding. Andy Mack, good morning. Cooter says, still waiting for my royalty check from our road trip video. Oh yeah, let's see what I made on that. Let's see. I wonder if there's a way to go back in and see. There's got to be content. Search. Oh, man. I don't even know what I named it. Was it Dallas Card Show? Something? Or Live from the Road? Was it this one on the Hobby Evolution on the Road edition? I think this might be it. It's got a picture of me and Cooter. November 2nd. Yeah, so this was it. So, oh, wow. That was a good one, Cooter. We made $7.98. That's a good one. That's a good return. Hobby Evolution on the Road edition, Dallas Cage Show, because I misspelled card. Well, we probably hit a bump on the interstate. $7.98. It's a good video for me. Usually they're like $2.20. 608, good morning. Get back on your 7 a.m. scheduling. We hate the random times too. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with random times. Mark, what's going on? Good morning. Unicorn Cupcake in the house. Good morning. Gem City says the death penalty for 5 seconds is kind of rough. I think 7 seconds at least. And Brian, I actually have considered, like, 5 seconds is fast. And okay, so I want to go into this. So I did a couple lots. So I did, see if I can find it. So I did a couple lots. Okay. So yeah, here it is, because I know Bobby Witt Jr. So I did a lot. 5 second sudden death, not good for lots. So this 10 card lot featured Bobby Witt Jr. It featured a Leo DeFreeze VIP, Bowman Chrome VIP, a Bowman Chrome rookie Yamamoto, a Dylan Cruz Greatness Loading, a Junior Caminero Bowman rookie, a Corbin Carroll Bowman rookie, my first Bowman rookie Evan Carter, a Jason Dominguez rookie, Heston Kierstad Bowman Chrome rookie, and a first Bowman Chrome Arjun Namala, who's the top prospect for the Blue Jays. So those 10 cards, I mean, the Bobby Witt Jr. normally probably on like a primetime show would probably sell for $5 on its own. That lot sold for $5, 50 cents a card. So I had somebody in the chat say, I didn't even get a chance to bid. I didn't even get a chance to put in my max bid, and said my max bid was $11. And it probably, if I did extended bidding, it probably would have sold for $11. So then I'm like, all right, let's put this to the test. So the next lot, which by the way, and you'll see, was not as good as that first lot. Matt Shaw, Bowman Chrome VIP, go Cubs. Cole Young, top 100 prospects. Fortune 15 insert, Gunnar Henderson. Clayton Kershaw refractor. Hi-Fi Futures, Julio Rodriguez. Rookie of the Year favorites, Kumar Rocker. In Andrew Vaughn Sepia refractor. A Dylan Cruz Bowman rookie. In all etch insert, Adley Rushman. And in it came to the league, Evan Carter rookie. So that lot is not as good as the last lot. And this one sold for, this one might have sold for 11, maybe 12. I'm not sure what it sold, but it sold for double digits. It sold for like 11, 12, or 14, somewhere in there, between $11 and $14. But I put extended bidding on that one. So that's, and I think 5 seconds is, it might be too quick. And I think there's a because and here's the thing. I'm not doing this to be a shark in the water and take advantage of the gambling aspect. I'm doing this to sell as many cards as I can in the least amount of time. In singles, like you can say, well, do lots. Lots take more time. You know, it is time consuming, and they typically sell for, well, that really good lot sold for 50 cents. I understand it was also 5 seconds sudden death, but typically the lots sell for 20 to 50 cents a card. Every once in a while, depending on what's in the lot, you might get $1 a card, but typically 50 cents is kind of the sweet spot on lots. I get 50 cents a card. Now, some lots, that's a for me as a seller, I'm like, yeah, I'll take 50 cents a card all day. Some stuff, it's like, oh man, I could have sold those individually and, made $15 instead of $5. So, I don't know where my thought process was going with that, but, I thought maybe 7 or 8 seconds, maybe that's a sweet spot. Singles. I'm trying to sell as many singles as I can. And if they get a bit, the idea is, it takes a little bit longer to do a lot, even though I'm doing 10 cards at a time. It does take it, it takes more time. It takes, 5 seconds, 50 seconds, roughly. I mean, on the clock, it's 50 seconds. It takes a little bit of time, I guess, between auctions. I'm curious. Now I'm curious what is the difference in time? Okay, if I do 10 card singles, because actually a 10 card lot might actually be quicker now that I think about it, because I've got to I've got to go in, okay, you're the winner. I write the name down, and then I've got to grab another card, put it up. Whereas if I grab a 10 card, I bet it is a lot faster doing 10 card lots. It doesn't seem that way. I'll try that. I do want to have another lot day. I had a lots day, and the lots, again, it's mixing it up has been my key. Now, every room is different. Every seller is different. It's going to not, it's not a one size fits all type of deal. But it seems like when I do lots, like the first couple get premium, and then all of a sudden it's like law of diminishing returns. By the end, I'm giving stuff away. And it's like, okay, I can just run these singles and make a lot more money. So it's always something I have to test out. And it also depends on who's in the room. Sometimes the right people are in the room. Sometimes the people, it's like, I don't care about Barry Sanders. I had a Michael Jordan not sell. I don't think I've ever had that. I had a Barry Sanders not sold. I don't think I've ever had that. I don't think I've ever had that either in a live. So it's just crazy. I had a Roma Dunze prismatic rookie sold for $1 yesterday, sold for $13 on Sunday night. Now, $13 is an outlier. $1 is not really an outlier. It probably comps at like $2 or $3. Yesterday was a 5-second sudden death, sells for $1. Sunday night was extended bidding, sells for $13. What's predatory? All right. Who else is here? Unicorn Cupcake, good morning. All right, we already said that. Steve Ains Comedy, good morning. Gem City's in the house. Says, Bo, you need help with a website. Please reach out next time. You probably would have been faster than ChatGPT. Oh, of course, I knew that. I was just testing you. That's what ChatGPT was probably laughing in that computer laugh. However, computers laugh. Shane, what's going on? Operation Shane sells his bulk inventory day 2. Day 1, as expected, more or less crickets. It is impossible. No, it's not impossible. It is nearly impossible to sell bulk in, like, when you're talking 500,000 million cards. The fewer the cards, the easier it is to sell. And I've definitely learned that. Hell, I can't even sell 4-row boxes of like decent cards, like quarter box cards that would be perfect for $1.75 eBay inventory. I've got through. I did sell like 20 boxes last week. That was awesome. Sold 1 box at the card show. I've sold some boxes here and there out of the storage unit. My regular customer doesn't even care about the good stuff. He wants the commons. It's like, okay. So man, it's hard. It's hard to move bulk. Why do you think I have so and I have so many people coming to me? Hey, do you want to buy, like, probably 3 times a show? I have people trying to sell me bulk. Like, hey, do you want to buy my quarter boxes? Well, what do you want? $80 a box. Like, no. Like, consider buying your dollar boxes for $80 a box, but not your quarter boxes. Dan says, sent you 3 emails. Sorry, the last one has a link to the show. He's talking to Unicorn Cupcake. Menko Meetup. Friday, 9:30 Eastern. Which, is it this Friday or last Friday? Which Friday is it? Cody says, are you seeing an uptick in asks for Kobe and Jordan with the sale of the logo man? No. In fact, yesterday was the opposite. I had a Jordan not even sell. I think I reran it later in the show and it did sell. I think it sold later on for like $3, but I haven't had any asks for, and I get Kobe and Jordan asks fairly regularly. But not since the sale. Not since the sale. Usually I don't get asked about Jordan though, because I have so much Jordan that I'm always selling Jordan. Like I'm always buying Jordan for $1. Sometimes I sell it for $1. It's like, I've got to be careful. I mention this frequently. I don't want to overbuy because like Michael Jordan didn't sell yet. Now it did resell. Eventually it sold for $3, but sometimes it only sells for $1. Like the Caitlin Clark, a lot of those only sell for $1. Now, every once in a while, I'll get $10. And it equals out. Plus I make money, but I've got to be careful. I don't want to be drowning in Michael Jordan inventory. And all of a sudden it's like, well, we don't want. Now I think Michael Jordan's somebody that's always going to sell. But I've just got to be careful where I don't want to have, I'm trying to get away from hoarding. I want to have liquid inventory. I don't want to be sitting on 1,000. I don't want to buy 1,000 Michael Jordan cards. I want to buy 1,000 different cards because that's what people want. That's what I've learned, at least in my streams with my audience. People want variety, and an all Michael Jordan show would not work. I would probably, if I bought Michael Jordan cards for $1 each, I'd probably end up, if I did a complete show on Michael Jordan, I don't know, it probably would be a waste of my time. With the opportunity cost, would I make money on that particular transaction? Probably, but would it be worth it? Maybe I only make a couple $100. Where if I bought 1,000 different random stuff for the same price, spending the same amount of money, I could probably make significantly more money. So it's just, I don't want to get into like, Dan, hey, I heard you talking about Dan Marino. Yeah, I've got enough Dan Marino. I've got enough Michael Jordan right now. Now, I'll sell through it and I'll be looking for Michael Jordan at a time. And now I'm looking for certain, like I had so many of those Team Skybox. I probably shouldn't have bought them. I bought a whole stack of them at the National. Got them for like $1 a piece. A lot of them are selling for $1 a piece. Every once in a while, one sells for $5. But it's just one of those things. Where are we at? Unicorn, awesome. Thanks, Dan. I'll be there. Jeremy says, my question is, how many people are buying multiple things on the 5-second auction? A lot. That's why it makes it worth it. So, what happens is, because the stuff goes for so quick, you get, so I'm just going to grab this pile and we'll see. So this pile, and let's just see how many different buyers there were. There's probably going to be, they're all probably different. All right. That's the same buyer. That's the same. There's a different. Oh, same. Dun, 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 dun. All right. You're watching me sort cards. How fun is this? This is like yesterday's show where I was just playing around on spreadsheets. Willy, we got Hub, Nolfin, Galaxy, Stone Cold. Stone Cold bought a bunch of stuff yesterday. Not Steve Austin, Stone Cold somebody. Hubbock looks like he got quite a few things. Antall bought quite a bit. Willie, there's another Willie. There's another Hubbock. Willie. So, I mean, now we're getting into all repeat buyers. Antall, Hubbock, Stone Cold. There's another Poon. There's another Stone Cold, another Nolfin, another Galaxy, another NSU, another ING, another Willie, another Antall, another Stone Cold, another Willie, another Antall, another Willie. All right. So of that whole stack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 buyers just in that stack of cards. All right, I'm going to write this down. So 13 different buyers. And this is a sample size of like a percentage of my sales. So 13 total in that stack. 1, 2. Only 2 of the 13 bought one card. Now, they did buy, I know at least one of them, because one guy bought a bunch of like three or four of my slabs. So 2 bought 1. And then let's see how many cards total in that stack there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Did I miscount? 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, so yeah, 53. So 53 cards. There were 13 different buyers. And in just that sample size. Tracy's in the house. Good morning. Tracy says to Shane, where are you selling your bulk? Found out I have a 25-foot Otani K-Zone die cut SSP. Oh, not a 20. I'm like, oh, cool, a stand-up, a 25-foot. Wow, 25-foot stand-up. That would be huge. 20, numbered to 25, I'm assuming. It had been sitting on my desk a month before I posted it in a chat, and I looked up current prices. Wow, it's a nice find. Gem City says, bring on the regular black coffee. Mushroom coffee, baby. Mushroom coffee. Cody says, Bo's 2026 project, get out of the basement for your health. I did take Ernie for a walk 2 nights ago. So I'm like, I need to get out. I need to walk around. You should go on walks with your e-bike. There you go. It's a good idea. Max is trying to do too many things at once. You'll never get there. Your ADD will take control. That's a good point. That's a good point. Unicorn says that's 3 to 4 spotted cows. Unicorn, where? Let me know where that is, and I'll be there for lunch. Well, if you buy a 6-pack at the store, that's not how it works. LOL. Gem City says, nice find, Tracy. Unicorn says, how was the Oshkosh card show for you? Max says, best show I've done this year, possibly. Only show that would come close is Janesville 2 times ago. Very nice. Unicorn says, good to hear. It was very busy and seemingly well ran when I was there. Unicorn says, who the hell is Barry Sanders? Some old guy, some old football player. My only complaint for the show was needing to be set up by 9 for VIP hour bullshit, and nobody was walking around. That's one thing where, you know, I had a couple people ask me about VIP because at 9 is when doors open, and I have people that I want to be there early, and I get it because I want to be there early too. And it's like, you know, you could probably charge $25 for people that want to come in an hour early. And I'm like, yeah, but would anybody pay for that? They're like, I would. And I'm like, well, it's an extra $25, extra $20, I guess. No, I'm not going to do that. But I've said things before that I've ended up changing my mind on. Max says, I don't know how to tell if a show is well ran, though. I just walk in and set up. There you go. I mean, hey, if you just walk in, set up, have a good show, and have no complaints, I'd say that's well ran. If it's too hot, and I guess shitty promoter can't control the AC. Unicorn says they had a crowd gathering before they opened the doors when I was there. I assumed that was because it was well advertised. Large crowd. Concessions were bullshit, though. Have you ever been to anywhere where concessions weren't bullshit? I mean, aren't all concession stands? I mean, concession stands are just like, it's not like, you're not going there for like a meal. You're going there for a card show. Get a hot dog and a pop. Like, that's what a concession stand. And I get, like, it's a nice perk to have, having a concession stand. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not a big concession guy. Like, I bring my own stuff to, if it's a show that I'm going to be there all day, I just bring a protein bar, maybe some jerky, plenty of water. And, you know, I'll get a beer at the concession stand. That's about usually the only time I get anything from the concession stand, or if I forget to bring my protein bar. Tracy says, thank you, was shocked at what it's going for. TD says, good morning, all you blocked card switcher sellers. Blocked card switcher sellers. What is I don't understand that reference. Blocked card switcher sellers. TD says, FYI, my sister sold a lot cold foul and the guy switched it. Got a full refund. The one she got back wasn't centered. Max says, makes sense. Throwing a couple hundred at social media when running a card show does wonders. With all the money these promoters make, a couple table fees worth of social promos would 10x. We're buying Lambos with our money. I know this isn't a knock at me. At least I hope it's not a knock at me. But I've spent on this Saturday show, I've spent more money on advertising than I probably have all year. Because I also put a bunch of money down on Facebook and Instagram ads during the National, exclusively centered around Rosemont, within a 1 mile radius of Rosemont on Facebook and Instagram. TD says Lorcana cold foil. Just in, active shooter incident at Catholic Church in Minneapolis. Reports of at least 20 victims shot. Wasn't there an active shooter in Minneapolis yesterday? Max says, TD, did she try to combat it? They said if sends back a completely different card or no card, then they'd step in. Other than that, it's hard to prove when it's the exact same card. Sister's centering was 50-50, other guy 40-60. Unicorn says, if the Marlins owner had called you the other day and asked you if that Kobe Jordan was worth $12.9 million because he was considering buying it with the others, what would you have said? That's a good question. In my card opinion, I would say it's probably not a good investment if monetarily, but it's a great marketing ploy. If you want to use that to position yourself, either entering the card game or just to get a little marketing. I mean, it's all over the news, right? Kevin O'Leary, he's getting talked. I mean, Kevin O'Leary's always getting talked about, but it's a great way to get your name out there. Is it worth $12.9 million to do that? Now, there's even with Kevin O'Leary's group, there was an investment group behind it. But that would be my opinion. She had a picture of it on the listing. No. Hobby Evolution members, get in early. There you go. Unicorn says they had like fruit and water for sale. The pretzels at Ship Shawana are worth it. Homemade, not frozen. Unicorn says Mary Gamble calls slabs blocks. Mark says issue with VIP is people pay the extra money and then dealers aren't set up and customers complain. That is true. It's an issue at a lot of shows. That is a good point. Unicorn says, I couldn't imagine paying for VIP at a place like Oshkosh. Ambitious for them, and apparently they make some money from it. Fuck whatever. Max says, I've always thought O'Leary was obnoxious before Shark Tank and the card. See, that's kind of, he is obnoxious, but that's his shtick. And I think if you get that, then it's like, Chris says, are the Marlins worth $12.9 million? TD says, yes, she had pics on eBay. His excuse is it's not a foil. He sounds like a Pokemon seller. Ironically, he listed the same card the day he bought hers, so he knows what a cold foil is. G-Funk, what's going on? Shh. G-Funk 420, what's going on? All right. Like and subscribe. I'm going to be live tonight on eBay, tonight at 7 p.m. Central. I'm going to try to get to the card shop today to get some inventory, and because I'm running low on like good stuff. Sell through it quickly. Shane says main ComC live seller calls them slabby patties. Slabby patties. Jordan's in the house. He says, Max. What's up, Jordan? Good morning. All right. So that's about all I had for today. Going to get some more shipping done. Get ready for live. I need to go to. I really should, because I really don't have much. It'd be just a bunch of. I don't have enough slabby patties. I am running low on slabby patties. Your moderators don't even show up. Disgrace. Fuckers. All right. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. Tonight, 7 p.m. Central, eBay Live. See you there. Otherwise, tomorrow's Thursday. See you then.